My dad was a Ford man, and that's about all he ever bought was Fords. We just got to start like the Mustangs and bought one, and then it was another, and it was contagious.
Well, this collection has been part of our family. Every one of these cars has a story for us.
These cars are like our children.
Well, Marilyn and I both collect the cars. She owns about half of them, and I own about half of them.
When we go to look at a car, we want one that's original, clean, looks like it's been taken care of.
She's very much detailed into the cars as I am. She does a lot of the cleaning. She's helped me a lot of the mechanical work.
You know what their commitment is when you realize that Kenny was an officer and Marilyn actually managed the office for the Mustang Club of America.
It was very interesting to get the magazines and see what other people were doing, and it helps you make your car better. We happened to see a 92.5 limited edition feature car at a dealership one day. It was a red car with a white top, white interior. That was our first Fox body.
Ford went to the Fox body style to save the Mustang.
They were smaller to drive. They were just a little bit easier. And of course, they were newer. They're just fun cars. They just go.
When the Mustang II came out, it sold very, very hot in 1974. But by 1976, the sales numbers had plummeted. So Ford put out a call. We've got to save this car. The nameplate and the brand has value. What do we do to bring this car back? And they chose the Euro look. And they wanted it to be simple, mostly off-the-shelf parts, and they came out with a 79 pace car, and the rest is history.
Cobra had come out, and we kind of liked it, but they also brought out some feature cars, which were especially limited edition cars, and they had some pizzazz that kind of stuck to us, and we liked that. We had all the feature cars, all four of them, at that time, except for a triple white. Then we ended up finding a triple white 93 feature car, bought it, and brought it back, and it has 1,200 miles on it, which is kind of unique. Then we saw some 93s. Marilyn found one down in Thomasville, Georgia. We went and picked it up.
The Kenny and Marilyn Newcombe collection is one of the most complete Fox body collections that I've ever seen, because a lot of people didn't appreciate the feature Mustangs when they were very first introduced. A lot of them lost the original wheels, which are distinct to the feature models. So to find them, to restore them to original condition as they should be, and then bring them to one place at one time in Atlanta, Georgia, is something that you don't often see.
The Cobras are a car that was kind of a collector's item. We had a 96 that Marilyn bought until the 98s came out, and she upgraded to the yellow one that we have. But then we found a 1993 Cobra, and we bought it sight unseen. It's a unique car. It only has 3,600 miles on it, and it's the one we like the best, probably.
The 1993 car was Ford's last effort to send the Fox body off with a bang. And they came out with the Cobra car that is super fast, high horsepower, 5-speed manual transmission. You'll never see a Fox again, and they found it.
When I first bought my 93 LX 505-speed car, it was my daily driver, but I got to playing with it and put new brakes on it, put Cobra brakes on it, put new exhaust on it, put new heads on it, put a GT40 intake on it, and the car got to be faster and faster, and I still drove it back and forth to work. It was a lot of fun. But then it got to the place where I wanted to make it even better. Put a 347 stroker in it, and it's still got a Vortex supercharger on it, got different heads, track slicks, and it's a go-fast car.
They have an original 1966 Ford Mustang Hertz Edition with the original engine. And they have matched it with the 40th anniversary 2006 reissue of the Ford Mustang Hertz Edition, all in the same collection. It's just something you don't see.
We were able to buy a 66 Hertz Rent-A-Racer, and after looking at the car itself and seeing what it was, it's a survivor car. It hasn't been changed much, and we left it that way. And then one day we ended up with an 06 Shelby. We show them together. They're Hertz rent-a-cars, and the one we have, the 06, rented in Tampa. So those two are kind of special because of what they are.
You can actually see them sitting side by side. Black and gold Hertz Mustangs, 1966 and 2006. They have bookends. Their collection is complete.
We also have an SVT Lightning pickup in our collection.
Ford saw that light trucks were going to have to carry the day. And so Ford thought, we got people that want them. We have the drivetrain. Let's see if people will buy a sport truck. And they came out with an awesome name for it, and they sold like hotcakes. And they are fast as lightning.
We show our cars in either unrestored or concourse classes, but the detail is where all the benefits are. Cleanliness, condition, how well it is, that's what brings home the trophies.
When we go to the shows, we start cleaning up, and so it's a concerted effort by both of us. It's a lot of work, and it's time to pass it on to somebody else, and we hope that whoever buys them takes as good care of them as we did.
We feel like they're almost like our kids. You know, that sooner or later they got to go, we know that, but we want them to go to a good place.
The fact that Kenny and Marilyn are so passionate, we need those people. And they have stepped forward and said, look, we've got everything that defined the Mustang for an entire generation. And they put together a collection that to me, it really matters because it propels the brand forward.